Good day, everyone. You are welcome to another lesson. Today, we are going to be talking about adjectives. Adjectives are used almost exclusively to modify nouns, as well as any phrase or part of speech functioning as a noun. It is important for us to put that clause there because adjectives not only tell us about a noun. Any word or any phrase that is functioning as a noun, we can use adjective to modify them. I think that should give us a clue that we can use adjective to modify or to describe pronoun because pronouns are words that we use instead of a noun. For example, John wears red glasses. A loud group of students passed by. In the first sentence, red modifies the noun glasses. In the second sentence, loud, that modifies the group of students. Excellent writing is required for this job. Excellent modifies the gerund. You can see that in all the three sentences, all the words functioning as a noun, they are not pure noun. The first one, glasses, is a noun. The second one, group of students, that's a noun phrase. And the third one, writing, that is a gerund. I want us to look at more examples. Like we've already established, adjectives are words that describe nouns. So look at how the adjective is used. He is a busy man. Busy is describing that man. She is a busy woman. Adjectives are the same for nouns that describe both male and female. It is important for us to take note of that because you know that we've talked about pronouns extensively and we've talked about some pronouns that change in gender. He is for male gender, she is for female gender, but adjective is not like that. Whether you are using it for male, whether you are using it for female, whether you are using it for thing, it does not change. He is a busy man, she is a busy woman, it is a busy town, these are busy streets. So they are also the same in terms of whether singular or what, or plural. Let's look at further example. This is a red shirt. Red there is an adjective that is describing shirt. These are tall buildings. Tall is describing buildings. It is a cold day. Cold day is describing day. What kind of day are we talking about? She does great concerts. What kind of concert does she do? Great. I still want to explain more about what adjectives really do in a sentence. If you remember, we talked about, when we did noun, we talk about proper nouns and we talk about common nouns. Proper nouns are specific name of a person, like Bimbo, Abimbola, specific name of a place, probably First Baptist Church. Are you getting it now? What other thing? What we are trying to say is a specific name. While common nouns are general name, like boy, right? Man, just normal church, school. Proper noun can be something like Baptist Boys High School. Now, what do I want to bring out from this? Adjectives are used to make common nouns specific because proper nouns are already specific. When you enter a room, a classroom, and you call Bamigbose Abimbola, the person that bears that name will automatically stand up, right? Exactly. It is specific. It cannot be more specific than that. But when you enter a classroom and you say, you this boy, come, or that boy, come, except if you are directly pointing to the person you are referring to. It is confusing and difficult for us to know the person you are exactly talking to. But for instance, if you say, that tall boy, and probably we will know, even if everybody is tall in that class, or even if we have 2 or 3 people that are tall, we will definitely know probably the one that is the tallest. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say is that this word tall has made this boy, which is a common noun, a little bit specific. So because common nouns are not specific, we have many boys, we have many man. Which man are you talking about? What kind of man are you referring to? The short man. What kind of girl are you talking to? The fair girl. So I do hope you get this explanation. Adjectives kind of paint a picture. It paints a clearer picture of what we are talking about. And we say the big church. Yeah. The big church. Okay. Oh, the big church, right? That's the one you are talking about. Not the small church. Not the small church. Okay. Moving forward, let's talk about the difference between attributive and predicative adjectives. Yes, these are just English jargon, but I'm going to explain extensively what they mean. Adjectives are broken down into 2 basic syntactic categories. What do we mean by that? In the usage, we categorize adjective into 2 categories depending on how it is used. This is different from kinds of adjective, which we are going to talk about. But how an adjective appear in a sentence, the position that it is placed in a sentence, we categorize adjective into 2, and they are attributive adjective and predicative adjective. Attributive adjectives that appear directly before or sometimes directly after the noun, that is, they are close to the noun they describe. We call that kind of adjective attributive adjective, that is from the word attribute. And they can appear anywhere in a sentence. Attributive adjectives are adjectives that describe a characteristics or attribute of the noun or pronoun that they modify. That is, they form a part of a noun phrase, appearing immediately before or sometimes after the noun. So what we are trying to say is that they are close to the noun they describe. They always follow the noun or come before the noun. Look at that example. The black dog is barking. In this sentence, black is an attributive adjective. Why? It comes before the noun it modifies. And which noun is that? Dog. And if we underline the black dog, in the English language, we call that a noun phrase. But if it's a predicative adjective, it cannot appear like that. You cannot see them together in a way that they will now form a noun phrase. So if an adjective is close to a noun, and it is so close that you can join them together and form a noun phrase, we say that adjective is used attributively. It is used attributively. Now let's take a look at predicative adjectives. Predicative adjective, on the other hand, always appear after the noun they modify. And they are connected to it by a linking verb. By now, you already know what a linking verb is. Or if you do not know, go through my YouTube channel. You are going to see an extensive video on linking verb or auxiliary verbs. So they are connected to it by a linking verb. And they are of 3 parts: the subject, complement, and all. But don't let us go into that details. Look at it. The black dog is barking. We've already established that that is an attributive adjective. But look at the second sentence. The dog was black. The black dog was barking. The black dog was barking. So black you can see it's an attributive adjective. It comes before the noun it's modified. And if all of these are underlined, we call this a what? A noun phrase. A noun phrase that is performing as the subject of the verb was. Subject of the verb was. Yes. Okay. Moving forward now. Let's now see. The dog was black. This is a predicative adjective. Black here is used as a predicative adjective. Why? Because it comes after the linking verb was. It comes after the linking verb was. And for more context, black here now, we call black here the grammatical name for black in this sentence is subject complement. That's what we call it in the English language. Subject complement. Subject complement. Subject complement. So in this sentence, black is a predicative adjective. It follows dog, the noun that it modifies, and it is connected to it by the linking verb was. Let's take a look at further examples for us to reinforce this learning. Examples here are used. How are they used? Let me test it. This is a red shirt. Red is an attributive adjective. You can see that it is close to the noun it modifies. It is a cold day. Cold is modifying day. Please don't be confused. It is a cold day. Cold is an attributive adjective. Don't say but cold is coming after is. It is coming after is, but it is coming before the noun it describes. But if we have something like the day is cold, yes, cold here is what? It's a predicative adjective. Because what is the noun it modifies? Day. Day. But in the first sentence, cold comes before day. In the second, in the second sentence, cold comes after day. These are tall buildings. Tall is describing buildings, and that's an attributive adjective. She does great concerts. Great is an attributive adjective. But look at the other one. That house is beautiful. That house is beautiful. Beauty is coming after the noun and after a linking verb. So that makes beautiful a what? A predicative adjective. He is annoyed. Yes, the noun can be replaced with pronoun. After this, I'm going to explain how an adjective can also modify its pronoun. Because if he's annoyed, we can say Bayo is annoyed. That's a predicative adjective. The cake is delicious. Predicative adjective comes after the noun, comes after the linking verb. She is very tired. Natalie's dress is long. So I hope you understand the difference between predicative adjective and attributive adjectives. Moving forward, let's talk about how an adjective can modify nouns. We say that all words or phrases that can be in the position of nouns are what adjectives have the capacity to modify. While adjective usually modifies nouns, they can also modify pronouns. That word modify means they can tell us more or tell us the kind of noun we are talking about. This mostly occurs when that adjective is actually predicative. Thank God we've explained above the difference between how an adjective is used attributively and how an adjective is used predicatively. For example, that was great. She is very nice. Great there is describing that. And that is what? Is a pronoun. You can say we can replace that with the party was great. Yes. And if you want to now use it attributively, we can say that was a great party. You can see that English is simple. You just have to know the rules. She's very nice. A few were very late. So all those in bold are adjective, predicative adjective that are modifying those pronouns. However, attributive adjective can also modify indefinite pronouns. I hope by now you already know what indefinite pronouns are, but in case you do not know, you can go back to my YouTube channel and check the video on indefinite pronoun. As you are watching this lesson, if you are getting value, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please like, drop a comment, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe. Okay, so indefinite pronoun, we can use attributive adjective to modify them. A happy few were able to attend the show. They were the lucky ones. Yes. Even in informal speech, sometimes we can find an adjective modifying personal pronouns in an attributive way. So look at that. Wow, lucky you. It's silly me. So, but in a formal writing, please make sure you avoid using attributive adjective with personal pronoun. You cannot say the beautiful he, the beautiful she. No. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. Moving forward, let's look at other categories of adjectives. There's a huge variety of adjectives in English. While many words are inherently adjectival, such as color, red, black, yellow, they are adjective because they are telling us the kind of ball you are talking about, the blue ball, or characteristics, strong, weak. There are also several categories of adjective that are formed from other sources. In fact, there are some words that you will not even know they are adjectives. And yes, they're actually adjectives. So in this table, we are going to give brief breakdown of the different categories of adjectives that we have with examples of how it is used in a sentence. The first one is proper adjectives. These are formed from proper nouns to create descriptive words. So we form it from proper nouns for us to describe that particular thing is behaving as the characteristics of that proper noun. For instance, Italian, Shakespearean, Alaskan, Middle Eastern, Nordic. You can say Turkish carpet, right? Yes. He writes in a Shakespearean style. What that means is that his style of writing is like Shakespeare. Do you understand? Italian coffee, Italian coffee, Turkish rug. So those are what proper adjectives. We also have compound adjectives. It is created from two or more words that work together to modify the same noun. Yes, they are often joined together by hyphen. For instance, top right, last minute, sugar-free, record-breaking, expensive looking. I know this is a last-minute suggestion, but it is a good idea. So that's compound adjective. Another one is demonstrative adjective or demonstrative determiners. To get more details on this particular demonstrative adjective or demonstrative determiner, go through my channel and watch my video on demonstrative pronouns. In that video, I explain the difference between demonstrative determiner, which is also known as demonstrative adjective, and demonstrative pronouns. So these kind of adjectives are used to specify what we are referring to, whether it is singular or plural. And it also gives us information whether what we are referring to is close to us or far from us. And there are just four. This, that, these, those. And these, THIS, that is the singular. It is the singular. I can explain a little bit on that. This is singular and we use for something that is close. This, plural, we use for things that are close. That is singular. We use for something, just one thing, that is far from us. And that is plural. And we use for something that is far from us. Those, we use for plural things that are far from us. So we say, we say, we say, this cup is very pretty. We say, if it is plural, these cups are very pretty. That's the what is it called? Adjective. This is describing cup. That is the one I'm talking about. But you say that cup is very pretty. But we say those cups are very pretty. Those cups are very pretty. So that is the explanation of demonstrative. One is interrogative adjectives. We use this one from the word interrogate to ask question about something. What, which, whose computer is this? What is your name? Which is mine? That is, which of these books is mine? Nominal adjective. Adjective that perform the function of a noun in a sentence. They are preceded by the word they and can be found as the subject or the object of a sentence. For instance, the best, the strongest, the blue. He wants the red car, but I want the blue. So that's the first thing. The strongest is my bag. The best. He wants the best for his children. So you can see that. Then we have collective adjective. That's a subgroup of nominal adjective too. And it is used to refer to a group of people based on shared responsibility. For instance, the rich. The rich is talking about all the rich people, we the rich people, while the poor is talking about all the poor people, the poor people, the innocent, the French, the Americans, the Dutch. Please, always. And that is it. Immediately you use they with an adjective, it has already changed to a noun. Do you understand? The rich should help the poor. So if they underline that the rich, that is already functioning as a subject, and that's the function that a noun can do. And also, you do not say the riches. No, the rich man, correct. The rich is already plural. That is talking about all the rich all the rich people. Okay. We have come to the end of this lesson. Don't forget to drop any question that you have in the comment section. Like this video, share to anyone you think might be interested, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe for more lessons. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.